All right, you recording audio?
If I'm sitting in the right chair, I do the clap. I'm going to slap your face and use that as the clap. Hey guys, welcome to the SaveState. I'm Seth, this is Landon, and today we're talking about the Sony conference at the Tokyo Game Show. So, what'd you think?
Overall? I thought it was a really strong conference. I mean, they're right now, especially in Japan, they're definitely the front runner. In a country that console gaming is dying, they're still doing really strong, especially across the world, but specifically in Japan. So Tokyo Game Show is going to be an experience where we get to see a lot of games that you don't necessarily get a lot of limelight in North America, specifically like Danganronpa and Gravity Rush and stuff that we're going to be talking about later on in this podcast. So where do you want to kind of start this conversation?
So let's start with just some of the hardware. Let's talk about these new controllers. So it's the 90s again. We're getting controllers with various different colors. However, they're not quite as crazy as they were from like the N64 and stuff like that.
Well, we don't have the atomic purple, but we do have crystal.
We do have crystal, and I think that's the one throwback because everything else is really kind of classy.
Yeah.
I mean, you're looking at gold, silver, steel, black, and then the crystal, which if you haven't seen it, is kind of the frosted see-through controller looking thing. So,
which this is a problem for me because I'm a huge sucker for this stuff. Like I buy up controllers like crazy when they've got special. I've got a white one, I got the blue one, I've got obviously the black that it came with. I got the Batman one, I got the 20th anniversary one. So I definitely want the crystal. And the only other, like, I don't want the gold, silver, steel black I want to see in person. Steel black intrigues me quite a bit.
Yeah.
So along with this, they also announced a bunch, while we're talking about colors, they announced all the faceplates are coming to North America as well.
Awesome.
So, which this is really good because for people who have just the standard edition black console, there's so many custom editions out there now. That if you've got the regular edition black and you want it to look a little nicer, pop that faceplate off, throw on a little splash of color, blue, a white, a yellow. The yellow looks really good on that too. And if you want to throw in a little Batman sticker, it's gonna.
I was gonna say, so you're saying that yellow and black goes well together?
Yeah,
Batman.
Batman.
Are the faceplates? Are they covers for it, or are you actually swapping out?
No, you're
a
swapping
piece?
out the faceplate.
Okay.
So the faceplate portion of it, is it the glossy? It's the glossy side of the top of the PlayStation 4. Half of it's matte, half of it's glossy. You pull it out off to the side. That's where like your hard drive and if you want to mess with any of the innards of it or change out anything, you take that off.
Gotcha.
So you can just slide that off, put on your new color, and you're good to go. It's really easy.
So kind of similar to what the Xbox 360 did, that white edition where it had the faceplate.
Except those popped every time I took a 360 faceplate off. I swore I was about to snap that thing in half. That scared the crap out of me every time.
Well, yeah, because when you got rid of that white one when you traded it in last year, you had what was it, the Final Fantasy? Yeah, imagine that. Okay, so faceplates, awesome. We're excited about that. Let's move on to another thing that Sony announced, which is an official name for their VR.
Yeah.
Deal,
So
which is
we're going away from Project Morpheus, which was if you got rid of the project portion of it, Morpheus was a badass name for VR.
Awesome.
But now they're going with PlayStation VR.
It makes sense.
I mean, from a marketing standpoint, I get it. You're going to throw the PlayStation name onto it. You're directly tying it to your console. It makes sense. It's just a little bit disappointing for the hardcore that's already interested in it.
Morpheus is an awesome name. VR, there's no way to not know what it is.
For sure.
It is the thing.
The other thing that's coming along with this, because Project Morpheus or PlayStation VR is going to be a little pricey, but one thing that is probably going to come our way in North America that is coming our way in Japan is a price drop on the console itself. So we're going down about $45 US in Japan. Hopefully that's going to come across the seas to us. No official announcement yet, but that might make it a little easier for you to jump into VR because it's going to be a big price point.
Yeah. The price drop is going to be awesome. I'm actually really excited about that and really honestly didn't expect it.
I'm amazed that they're doing it because they're that far ahead in the game. Having a $400 console to price drop it down to potentially $350, it's their holiday season is going to be insane.
Sure. Do you think the VR is going to do well?
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a hard sell. It's going to be a hard way to market it. It's going to be a hard way to advertise for it. I am very curious about it. If you look at Times Magazine's cover with their VR thing, it's just going to be hard to market it.
Yeah.
But
what I'm seeing now is with the big push in VR that's going on at the moment, it seems like anyone who I trust online that I follow who has played with VR has just had nothing but incredible stuff to say about it.
Yeah.
So, which is good because at least it's not going to Virtual Boy this time. It seems like, hopefully. Yeah, right. So let's talk about Kingdom Hearts. It's basically one of your top 5 games ever of all time.
It's up there, yeah. I really love Kingdom Hearts 2, for sure. Kingdom Hearts 1's a little clunky, but Kingdom Hearts 2.
So what are they announcing?
So we've had Kingdom Hearts 1.5 for the PS3, we had Kingdom Hearts 2.5 for the PS3, now we're getting Kingdom Hearts 2.8 for the PlayStation 4, which, Jesus Christ, guys, just give me Kingdom Hearts 3. For God's sakes, please. What this is, we're getting Dream Drop Distance, which is a 3DS game, and we're also getting Birth by Sleep, which is a PSP game. So all these are lumped together into this PS4 package. No official release date if you're a PS3 user, if you're going to get this. But for PlayStation 4 users, this is a cool experience. But I just want Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah.
Like, for God's sakes.
Yeah, well, it kind of seems like the devs that are in charge of the Kingdom Hearts franchise are really concerned with job security. They're like, if we can just really, push this out and just keep dragging it. Yeah. We'll see how it goes. But it's a great franchise that...
I'm amazed that Square's even making any money because they're not putting any games out.
Right, they're just re-releasing old stuff. So speaking of games, we've got Gravity Rush and Danganronpa.
Yeah, both are PlayStation Vita known titles. Danganronpa and Gravity Rush are huge in Japan, specifically Danganronpa. It's a cult classic here in America, huge in Japan, making its way away from the Vita and onto the PlayStation 4. Huge, huge news for people that love that franchise, and it's going to sell so many more copies that way. It's also just another sign that the Vita is dying, which is sad because I really like the Vita, but
it's cool.
It's what's happening.
Right. Does the Vita sell a lot better in Japan than it does in America?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I know that they're more prone to using handhelds, but I would imagine that Japan is much more of a 3DS user base than a Vita user base.
Sure. That makes sense. And then one more game that we want to talk about would be Bloodborne: The Old Hunters.
Yeah, so again, Bloodborne is... It's a cross-platform game, but Bloodborne. Sorry, that is a PlayStation exclusive. Sorry, I'm getting it and Dark Souls confused.
Oh, right.
So Bloodborne, what they've announced here is what was originally 2 DLC packs is now being merged into one big expansion pack, which is great news for people who have finished Bloodborne. It was a huge hit, took Twitch by storm. And so this is only good news. I don't know all of the details to this, but I'm sure you can find it online. But it looks awesome. It's just impressive that these devs are just like, okay, well, we're gonna do this and this, but let's really give this user base a ton of content. Let's merge it together and give them all this at once.
Yeah, it's the opposite of what EA does.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Which is going well for the companies that are doing that, it seems like. So, do you think Sony's keeping their momentum?
Oh yeah, they're for a company that doesn't have a big holiday lineup for 2015. They're giving me a lot of reasons to care about 2016.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm very excited, especially if they do the price drop. That's going to definitely help out their holiday season.
Huge.
So.
The price drop, the customization of the consoles, and all that sort of thing. I mean, that's all stuff that gets people pretty excited about it.
Absolutely. Anytime you can save money, and especially if it's about $50 or $60, that's a new game.
Mm-hmm. And I'm probably going to invest in Sony as soon as I can because I know that now that they're selling all these extra things, Landon's going to buy all of them.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
Yeah.
So let us know in the comments below. What do you guys think of what was announced from Sony's press conference at Tokyo Game Show? What was the stuff that we just talked about? What were you most excited about? Let us know that in the comments below as well. If you want to keep up with us, you can find us on Twitter. We are at @the_SaveState. If you want to keep up with everything that we're doing, go to thesavestate.com. As always, thanks for watching, and we will see you guys next time.
Thanks for watching this video. If you want to hear more from us, please check out our audio-only podcast, Random Encounter. You can find that on the SaveState.com. Random Encounter dives very deep into gaming culture and the games we've been playing, and gets kind of into gaming a little bit deeper than usual. It's an hour-long podcast. We have a lot to talk about. Please join us there.